cannabis, at least just the ideas of it. And like decriminalizing marijuana is what we're going to talk about. So, I'm Lance Storm. This is WN420 Horsepower TV. Things have done a little bit of change so that we can maintain doing what we do and have a lot more fun with it. So, what up, B-Tines? How you doing, man? I'm gonna make it a solid effort to be doing more uploads or some more live streams, but I want them to be quality. How's the sound, B? Let me know in the comments. And let's see here. So I guess we got like 35 House senators, including one from St. Louis. I'm just reading straight off my Facebook at the moment, that are set up and ready for. Thank you, Sean. That they're getting set up to decriminalize marijuana, which is something that we've been wanting and hoping for a long time. This is great. This is what we're after. So, you guys have any thoughts on this? I think this is just going to be great. Doing well. Sounds okay to me. Bet. Doing well, and it sounds okay. This is good. So yeah, this is going to be a big thing. We really, I mean, in a perfect world, we only need one representative from 30 states. So 30 people to sway the vote for us to have decriminalized marijuana in the United States, and its subsidiaries, like Panama and all that stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of offset. I don't exactly know what to say, being that it's a live stream. I am exponentially stoked about it. I thought I had a full battery on my recorder, but it doesn't look like it. So this might not be the longest stream, which is okay because we've got a few other things to do today, and I have a few shots to take and another product to edit. So let's open this up and see what we can come up with. The article I'm looking at is from the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. It's titled "Decriminalizing Marijuana Proposal Gets 35 House Co-Sponsors, Including St. Louis Lacy Clay." Right there. Now, as most of you guys know, I'm kind of dyslexic and horrible at reading aloud or out loud, however your teacher told you to say it. So that's not exactly going to happen here. I have been known to paraphrase things, but I'm more inclined to just highlight and let my computer talk for me for a minute. This is really off the cuff. We're just doing things differently from now on. We want to have more fun with what we're doing with the channel. And I think if I'm having more fun, you guys are going to have more fun. And I'm just not going to care about the views on my videos. Because if we get 10 views, cool. That means my mom watched it 10 times.
Washington Bullet Representative William Lacy Clay is one of 35
Let me know, can you guys hear this?
sponsoring legislation that would decriminalize marijuana in federal statutes and penalize states that don't legalize it and have high rates of pot-related arrests and incarceration. The bill has little chance of passing in this Republican-controlled Congress, but it could get a second look if Democrats take control of the House in November. A key Senate Democrat up for re-election, Dianne Feinstein of California, reversed course and said this month she was dropping her opposition to legalizing recreational marijuana. These developments here come in the midst of Missouri's House of Representatives passing legislation to legalize medical marijuana. The federal bill's introduction here highlights the battle between states that have legalized private use of for medical purposes, and a federal government under President Donald Trump and Attorney General Jeff Sessions that has reversed Obama administration moves toward easing federal prosecution of marijuana offenses.
Jeff Sessions has gone on to say good people don't smoke marijuana. We remember that. He's a jackass for saying so. And I really loved it whenever what's his name? The senator come in and grilled him. He was like, "You're telling me all these people aren't good people? They smoke marijuana." You know, there are so many people who smoke marijuana. Congressmen, lawyers, et cetera, et cetera. Everybody. I mean, there's somebody from every walk of life that smokes weed. And why do we want to lock up our brothers and sisters for smoking a plant? I don't get it. I don't get it. So it's time for this to end. It's time for us to step hard and step up hard and talk about it. Talk to your congressman, reach out to him, call him, send him a letter, tell him, hey, we want legal weed in our state. No, medical is not enough. Medical is absolutely not enough. And that's probably going to be one of my next videos, how medical is not enough. See, medical doesn't allow people the freedom of choice. Medical makes it so that you're restricted under a heavy thumb. In fact, in Missouri, if they get medical, they're going to be really screwed because the people who need it aren't going to get it. And then the cannabis that they're going to be getting is supposed to be a pill form, quite possibly a synthetic. And we've all talked about that in the past. Like, synthetic weed is horrible. It's killing people in every country that it hits. It's killed people in this state, your state, and every other state in our nation. So, why do we want synthetic weed? We don't. If we needed synthetic weed, we would have fought to have spice around in K2, but it's unnecessary. It gives people aneurysms. Maybe what they're saying is a synthetic form of weed is more like the Marinol that we once had before. We don't want that. Nobody needs that. That's just my take on it. So, I don't have to read through the whole article to know that it's time for us to have legalization in the country. We need it globally. We need global legalization. I have a Facebook page for that. Global legalization, it's just a really, really big thing. We need this in a big way. I'm looking through my emails, and I see one from Patreon saying that I haven't been there in a little while. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to support what we do have a page on Patreon so that you can... I need to go in there and do some modifications to it, but you can definitely go in there and show some love and support us with our future adventures and endeavors if you are so inclined. I'm going to read through some of the headlines at the moment and see what we got. Does legalizing marijuana Okay, let's talk about it. So Illinois says that they're going to kill off their canines. I have not read into it. I don't know if they've officially said this. That's stupid. That any state that would say that they're going to kill their canine dogs because they can't use them to sniff out pot anymore. I have so many problems with that. Okay, first of all, you don't kill a dog unless the dog bit somebody, hurt somebody, maimed somebody. Maybe you want to kill them because they've locked so many fucking people up for weed. I get that, but that's not the case. You don't euthanize a dog because it can't do its job. I'm pretty sure dogs are still able to sniff out cadavers, and you can use them in many, many ways. That topic right there, Illinois talking about killing their damn canine cops, their dogs. I'm pretty sure the officers that have taken care of them dogs would love to have them as family members. That's stupid. That's stupid. Bad, Illinois. Bad. Now, again, I don't know if it's true or not, and I really don't care, because we see a lot of stupid stuff on Facebook and other social medias every day that we have to be able to discern what's real, what's fake, and honestly, I don't care if it's real or fake. You guys are talking about it, so here, I'm talking about it. You know, if they're going to do that, they're horrible. Otherwise, I really don't see them doing it. You know, I see a lot of people being like, hey, those are great dogs. I would love to have one. It's kind of like, you know, the guys who get the old Crown Vics for their home cars. They either, a lot of them get them because they're built tough. They're badass rides. But, you know, I mean, there's a level of security of having a cop car parked out in your driveway. As one of my buddies has told me in the past. You know, it's one of them things, you know. I think if they're gonna euthanize their dogs, I would be the first one on the list to say, hey, I would love to take that dog. He could be my dog. My dog Rara might be a little bit jealous, but I'm sure he'd love to have a friend. So, reports from theday.com. Legal marijuana boosts government revenue. Legal marijuana boosts government revenue. You don't think, huh? Come on, guys. Marijuana is going to boost the revenue of every state, and it really, there's so many ways to use it. There's so many ways to use it. Henry Ford, what up, BB? Henry Ford built a car from hemp back in the late 20s, early 30s, and ran it off of hemp fuel. So this is no new knowledge for our country. You know, like I seen a meme the other day that said 100 years ago, cough syrup would knock a horse on its ass. Well, yeah, it had cannabis in it, it had heroin in it, it had everything in it. And I bet you it made you feel better if it didn't kill your ass. But if it did kill you, I don't know. I mean, the medical industry back then was a whole lot different than it is now. I mean, now it's not a medical industry or a medical profession, it's a medical practice. So, how many years does it take for a practice to become a profession? Just a question. Anyone who's an RN or a medical professional or an EMS, let me know in the comment section down below, how many years does it take to go from a practice to a profession? Because I'm seeing doctors who've been in this game for years, like their entire life. They're still just practicing. And maybe that's because every body is an individual body. That, you know, we all work differently, and that's why it is a practice and not a profession. So, City Council tasks Fairbanks marijuana regulations. City Council tasks Fairbanks marijuana regulations. As this gets decriminalized, you're going to see a lot more issues of places trying to figure out how to deal with cannabis laws in their areas. It's going to be really simple. At the end of the day, it's going to be the most simple thing that you can possibly do. They're going to treat it like tobacco. That's how it needs to be treated. Treat it like a plant. Treat it like a tomato. You can grow as much as you want. And I mean, this right here, grow hemp for the war, man. Back in the day, you used to get fined if you had a farm and you weren't growing hemp to help out the country. You know, let's look at things on a country level. I mean, this is just my own thoughts, but if we look at things on a country level, then what are we doing to help benefit and keep our country strong? All these places need weed. Every one of them. If you have a cannabinoid system, weed is going to help you. So I'm pretty sure all the people on Earth have a cannabinoid system because that's the way it works. I'm not going to drag on much longer. I've got a few other things that I want to do today. Jackson County Sheriff advice on hemp CBD oil legally confiscate. What the? Cops need to stop confiscating CBD. It's not illegal. It's legal in every state. Yeah, there you go. Enough said. You're not going to confiscate somebody's pack of smokes if they're over 18, so stop confiscating people's CBD. Right? Right. Good. We got a deal? Thank you. Let me see. I don't know, man. Cannabis gets the iPhone treatment. That sounds kind of interesting. I'm going to open that. Cannabis gets the iPhone treatment. What would they mean by that? Meaning that it's like the coolest thing around town for a couple years? I don't know. I don't know. Cannabis gets the iPhone treatment. Oh, man. The pot brownie remains a popular plot device in movies. The Apple Store of Cannabis. You know what? I'm going to read into this at another time, and I'm probably going to talk about this because it sounds pretty interesting. There's a lot of high-end cannabis shops out there, and I get the feeling that might be what they're kind of referring to. There's a lot of designer pot out there. I've seen some weed that looked like a Thneed from Dr. Seuss, man. It was really cool. So, well, on that note, look, it's time for legalization. Decriminalization is a solid step towards where we need to be. In fact, I think that is the step we need. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment sections down below. Thank you if you're a replayer who's come in here to kick it, or if you caught it while it was live. B-Times and the rest of the gang, thank you for coming in and saying what's up. I really appreciate you. Mad love. And, stay beautiful, stay positive, and have a wonderful day.